How did the Battle of Gettysburg continue to be the bloodiest and most violent battle of the Civil War while only lasting 3 days? There were many battlegrounds fought on in the Battle of Gettysburg, such as Little Round Top, used on the second day of the battle during Lee's strike to Cemetery Ridge on both ends at the same time. The attack was initially successful, but the Union counterattacked. The Union's counterattack forced Ewell to withdraw his attack on the southern end. The Union fought intensely, firing down the line of forces. Also used on the second day of battle, Devil's Den. General John Hood sent his troops to Devil's Den for an attack, but it ended unsuccessfully because of the rough patch of ground being a bad place to make a charge. Stone fence was used several times throughout the battle, being a good place for cover. In one of the attacks, the Confederates' target was the tree line near Cemetery Ridge behind the stone fence that the Union was positioned in. The fence went south, then west for 200 feet, then it went back south. However, the Confederates were cut down by bullets and artillery. On the south side of the battlefield, 20th Maine, led by Colonel Joshua Chamberlain, fought against 15th Alabama, led by Colonel William Oates, on July 2nd. Pickett's charge was an attack planned by Lee in an attempt to crack open the Union position. He planned to attack the center of the Union position in an attempt of a surprise attack, but Meade guessed Lee's plans, and he strengthened the center of the line rather than the ends. The Fishhook Line was a 3-mile arc surrounding the Union's position. The line attacked the Union line prior to Pickett's charge, then stretched to a 6-mile arc going across Culp's Hill to Cemetery Hill to Cemetery Ridge to the base of Little Round Top. Some of the strategies that were used by Longstreet were a flanking movement to both round tops that developed slowly. Strategy of the Union was to move to a 5-mile-long outer arc, a position impossible for Lee to do. On the third day of battle, Lee planned to send 12,500 Southern troops into the center of the Union line. Longstreet opposed his plan, but Lee refused to change his mind. The North struck before the South had a chance to. The South attacked with a 170-piece artillery barrage. The battle lasted 3 hours, ending with the Confederate troops retreating after being outnumbered. The Union was led to victory by General George G. Meade with 95,000 surviving soldiers, his position lining Cemetery Ridge in front of Cemetery Hill and the southeast of Culp's Hill. The Confederates, led by General Robert E. Lee, lost with 75,000 men. They planned to attack at several locations, including Longstreet's attack to Cemetery Ridge and sending troops to Little Round Top. 28,063 Confederates and 23,049 Union soldiers were killed. 51,112 total soldiers killed, wounded, captured, or missing. Only 1 civilian was killed. The advantages of the Union were that Meade had the best terrain, and that he could shift resources faster than Lee. The advantages of the Confederates were that the Confederate troops were on the field by morning, while the Union didn't arrive until afternoon, and Longstreet's troops moved undetected. The Gettysburg Address was one of the most influential and moving speeches in American history, given on November 19, 1863. The speech was 272 words in length and 2 minutes long, given by Abraham Lincoln. He wrote 5 versions of the speech, with all 5 versions being similar. The final speech ended up still being different from the written speech. After the speech was said, the principal speaker told him, "I should be glad if I could flatter myself that I came as near to the central idea of the occasion in 2 hours as you did in 2 minutes." In conclusion, despite only lasting 3 days, the Battle of Gettysburg still stands as the most violent battle of the Civil War.